What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. Stop by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel, and while you're at it, smash that like button for me. I really would appreciate it. Also, hit that post notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. If you want up to 15 free stocks plus $30 in cash reward, get yourself down to the description box and click on that Moo link. Open up that new Moo account today. When you deposit $100 in it, they're going to give you 5 free stocks, publicly traded companies, plus $30 in cash reward. If you decide to put $1,000 or more in that new Moo brokerage account, they're going to give you 15 free stocks, publicly traded companies, plus the $30 cash reward. Don't delay, act today, because it is a limited time offer. Get down in that description box, click on that Moo link, open up your new Moo account today, go get that free stock, go get that free money. I can also send you a couple of Moo tutorial videos to walk you through how to use the Moo brokerage app. All you got to do is send me an email through my website, www.richardfain.net. Let me know you've opened the Moo account. Let me know you funded it, and I'll send you out those Moo tutorial videos so that you can learn how to use the app to start buying big boy blue chip paper assets to build your wealth. Well, guys, the Federal Reserve may not decrease short-term interest rates in their December meeting. So what does that mean for the American people? Interest rates are going to stay higher for longer. And if interest rates stay higher for longer, that's not real good. Because see, here in America, we don't have a money-based system. We have a credit-based system. What do I mean by that? When people buy things, especially big-ticket items, they don't pay cash. They use credit. They borrow. They go into debt. And of course, when you got to go borrow money, whether it be on your credit card, for an auto loan, for a mortgage, the bank, the lender, is going to charge you an interest rate to borrow that money. And right now, interest rates from a historical perspective are still pretty high. I believe the Fed funds rate is around 4.75. But that's not what you borrow money for, guys. Fed funds rate is used for banks when they borrow money from each other. That's the rate they're charged. When you go to the bank to borrow money, you don't get the Fed funds rate. You get the prime rate. The prime rate is simply this. Take 3% and you add it to the Fed funds rate. That makes up the prime rate. So if the Fed funds rate is 4.75 plus 3%, the prime rate is 7.75%. Go look at your credit card statement and take a look at your interest rate. What makes up that interest rate? And you'll see the prime rate plus whatever the bank wants to charge above and beyond the prime rate. For example, if I pull out my credit card statement, it's going to say Bank of America is charging you the prime rate plus 15%. And when you add that all together, that's about a 22.5% variable interest rate that Bank of America is going to charge me when I use my credit card if I don't pay my balance in full before the due date. And that's where Americans get into trouble, especially with credit cards, because you guys already know credit card debt in America is around $1.3 trillion. This is the highest it's ever been in the history of credit card usage in America. We lead the world. So think about it. If your average credit card interest rate is between 22 and 25%, and the Federal Reserve right now is saying we may not decrease short-term interest rates in our December meeting because we believe the economy is strong. It's doing well. The problem is, whose economy? I keep telling you guys, we got two economies in this country. You got a boom economy and you got a bust economy. The people that participate in the boom economy are typically your 1%ers, the top income earners in America. And that's considered somebody making over $400,000 a year. If you're not making at least $400,000 a year or more, you're not considered a 1%er, and you're probably not participating in the boom economy. So that means 99% of Americans are participating in the bust economy, which is crazy to me, but it's true. So if 99% of the people were participating in the bust economy and the prime rate is not coming down, the Fed funds rate is not coming down, what does that tell you? Your purchasing power is going to be limited. Also, for you folks that got a lot of credit card debt, for you folks that are out here trying to buy auto loans, for you folks that are trying to buy new homes and get a mortgage to buy that new home, those interest rates are going to stay higher for longer if the Fed doesn't reduce interest rates in its December meeting. They did 50 basis point rate reduction in September. They did another 25 basis point rate reduction in November, and they're scheduled, or at least was scheduled, to do another 25 in December. But now the Fed is saying, we don't know if we'll do the 25 in December, which will keep rates higher for longer, which will keep Americans in trouble when it comes to debt. Gross domestic product, they call it GDP. And for 2024, GDP is expected to be around $29 trillion. That means that's what is going to be spent in America. The government is the biggest spender in the United States. So of that 29 trillion, they're going to spend about 6.9 trillion of it, because that's their budget. They're not going to be able to collect enough tax revenue to balance that budget or to satisfy that budget. So the United States will go into a budget deficit of about 1.9 trillion, because they're only going to collect about 5 trillion in tax revenue from the American people. But yet and still the budget is 6.9 trillion. So that 1.9 trillion, where's that going to come from? They're going to borrow money. They're going to borrow money in order to make up the deficit. It's called deficit spending. But what does that really do to the American economy? In my opinion, it increases inflation. It increases inflation. So not only are the American people in trouble when it comes to, debt, but America, the government, is in trouble when it comes to debt. You do know we have $31 trillion in debt. And every year we add to that debt because we typically our government operates at a deficit. Like I said, it's called deficit spending. So they got to go out and borrow money through treasury bonds, or Federal Reserve just prints it, which all drives up inflation, which is not good ultimately for the American people. So guys, you better pay attention to your finances. Get yourself in a position where you understand your finances. That's the reason why I offer my financial community. Not only do we help people build wealth, but we can also help people with understanding how to right-size their financial situation and get themselves out of financial trouble. We can offer and help people do that. So my recommendation to you is think about that. It's www.richardfain.net. Second link down in the description box. Consider joining the Wealth Builders. Not only will we help you build wealth, we'll also help you understand how to live on less than what you make, how to live on a plan, how to stay out of consumer debt, and how to save and invest so that you can build wealth. And while you're there, look at those 10 big boy blue chip digital products that I have available to help you build your wealth. Like I said, all you got to do to join us is click on that membership button, click on that join button in the website. Come on over to Patreon and join the fastest growing financial community on Patreon. Again, if you want 15 free stocks plus $30 cash rewards, get down in the description box, click on the Moo link, open up the Moo account, go get that free stock, go get that free money. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing, share the video, smash the like button. Thoughts become things. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. You guys keep chasing your greatness, never stop believing in yourself. Stay healthy, get wealthy, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.